Hello, greetings. This is Gilles. I thought I was going to make a break today, but I was walking around and Spirit said it's good to talk. So I'm going to come back and discuss briefly certain sources and idea. Everything I discuss here is about self development, self improvement. It's about getting tuning into the highest form of ourselves. There's more 1,000 videos that I put on over the years. They're all about that, about becoming one, becoming integrated, becoming the highest version of ourselves. Something we work on. I want to say that the spiritual is always more important than the material, although it may feel paradoxal, which means that the choice we make through the experience of our life are more important than the result we get. This is because everything in the world is based on outer success, so everything is so. But in essence, in truth, at the end, from the eternal soul perspective, the choice we've made have had much more significance than any specific outcome that could have happened in the material realm. I want to say that I was watching a documentary. It was a little video about, I think it was about certain ideas about Elon Musk, and it was this one thing that the girl was talking about. It says, I thought it was very, very interesting. It says something I've already talked about in some ways, but the words she put in was interesting. She said that we have to learn to fail in order not to fail to learn. And because I always thought that our failures are the greatest asset that allows us to climb up to the top of the mountains. If we don't fail, it's better to try to do something and fail than to not know what would have happened if we tried. So it's about doing things. It's about going for it and learning from all our experience. Right now, there is a great deal of gathering in the 12th dimension of reality, where the ascended masters are gathered there in order to help us ascend through this matrix. And so you want to connect with them, whatever ascended master you're comfortable with, whether it is the Christ or the Buddha or Saint Germain or Kutumi or El Moria or Serapis Bey or Madame Mary, Mary Magdalene, or any goddesses, any goddesses, any ascended master. So it's about one or more. You can already develop this connection, because they do come to the fourth dimension to work with the collective of humanity, but they prefer to go on the highest plane, on the 12th dimension of this sub-matrix, and to allow to assist us from there to attain that level of universal connection. For in essence, as we do all those exercises, we're going to end up in the fifth dimension, in this point of connectivity. But we have no clue of what the fifth dimensional is until it reveals itself. So it's always we're getting a lot of all those dimensions. We're getting glimpses, and it's slowly but surely we're integrating that. We want to get closer to this golden gate of light, to see behind that there's the glory of God that shines in the whole heavens, and soon our consciousness will be complete. We'll have reached that point where we'll be eternally one with our eternal self, and soon be ready to meet the world with those energies. And so it's good to continue to work with the violet fire, the violet flame, and sit below your feet, and always be surrounded with violet fire. It will be of use for 1,000 years, until all of the negative energies of the earth will be transmuted into the light. For there was 12 galaxies that were created to hold all of the 12 sacred codes and fires of the polychromatic light of Father, Mother, God, and the seventh dimension, the seventh galaxy is the galaxy of the violet fire. There's this whole galaxy that crystalline is ruled by Archangel Zadkiel and Lady Amethyst, and it follows the direction of Saint Germain and Lady Portia in relationship to the ascension of the planet here. So it's important to continue to work on our ability to master this violet frequency of light, the seventh dimensional frequency of light, the light of transmutation. For we want to breathe in light and breathe out love. If you stress, you breathe in light and you breathe out stress. But once you're no longer stressed, you breathe in light and you breathe out love. Everything that comes out of you, the creative aspect, is always love. And so we can eventually, for this really the challenge of our life is to master that flow, that in and out breath, and to breathe in the prana, the metatronic light that will give us access and connection to the adamantine particle of light, which are divine particle, magical particle of light, the God particle, but they will not be able to be accessed until we reach that level of connectivity. And so I thought I'd come and say hello briefly. I wasn't really prepared to do anything today. For the past is imprisonment and slavery. We were living in a cage, and now we're out. But when we came out, we still have this little fight that we're doing with ourselves. And so we're going to be able to let go of those internal fights. And what's coming in the near future is the knighthood. It's about the courage and the bravery to overcome any and all obstacle. The light within ourselves is immortal. It is indestructible. It is unbreakable. It is infallible. So just know you are that light. You are immortal. You are eternal. You're unbreakable. You're infallible. Well, from there, you grow into this. There's much light to be integrated in order to fully manifest that energy. But it is a powerful power. The truth of who we are is far more powerful than what we can believe at this point. And so I also wanted to say that I was going to go yachting. I'm looking forward to go on a boat, but I wasn't talking about going alone around the world on a boat. I was more talking about exploration or yachting. It was more like vacation kind of thing. I was also talking about doing a movie about first contact. I think it may be a good idea, maybe a TV series to start preparing humanity of the possible of a happy future, because there's so much science fiction that project negative nightmares into the future for humanity. And so humanity will, since we are creator, we want to influence humanity to choose to create a positive future for themselves. And so I'm going to sing a song. It's and this talk about this painting briefly. It's about the universe of universes, the symbolization of paradise at the center, the 21 satellites of paradise, the 7 circuits of the central universe, which is an eternal universe of ultimate perfection, and it is surrounded by two dark gravity bodies that protects it, and then there is the super galaxies of time and space that revolves around it, and then the transcendental galaxies that we see in our super telescopes are about like what's going on here. And then there is 7 families of spirit beings. What I like about this painting is that it's very subtle. It doesn't jump on you. You can't see it right away. You really have to take time. And the more you look at it, the more I look at it, the more I see things, and it's quite enjoyable to discover those things little by little. For we are on the brink of great changes. When I'm singing this song, I'm sure you know it. You may want to sing it along. It's a song by John Lennon. It's called Imagine. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Hey, 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 hey. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Ooh, 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 you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions, I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. Ooh, 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 you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. A great song, John Lennon and Yoko Ono. Most of this song is about the philosophy of Yoko. Also John was quite inspired. And the card of the day is removing all the persecution and the Inquisition, all those past memories. We've been through a very long cycle of persecution and Inquisition, but we do not want to drag our feet down in this cavern of Plato. We want to breathe the sunshine and the fresh air outside of the cavern. So I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.